Welcome back to the channel. This is Kitten 7770, back with another episode of my Space Engineer Survival series, Escape from Mars, which I have done much less escaping and more fending. I'm hoping in the next few days I'll be correcting that. I'm finally ready to take the fight to G-corp. I never got uranium, but I've got plenty of other ammo that I could use against bases. I've done a few cosmetic changes in the cab, and I've finally gone through my videos and tallied up my deaths. Grand totaling of about 26. I have far more deaths to being shot and falling than I would like to say. Really need to check my jetpack is turned dampeners on, so I stop flying to my death. Which I don't think this was ever a problem in any other world I've done. I just don't remember ever spawning with the jetpack dampeners turned off, which is the weirdest thing. And that would be me not closing my helmet. Now, I've misplaced a roll of my footage, so I'm not picking up where the last episode left off at. And what is going on? Why am I falling? Oh, battery. So, let me get Sprout out of the way, because I'm gonna use that connector to start working on my ship. And this ground is not as level as I would hope. Looks more level than it is. Anyways, you saw the other gun. You saw the gun emplacement I was building. I've added a little bit to it, giving a barricade for this transport, which I have not renamed yet. It's still transport Z846. This turret, when it runs out of ammo, I will move it more centered. So that's this one. The battery that I used for the original gun placement is over here. And it's going to be, it's another large grid spot. Basically, it's a pincer move. This way, 3 large turrets are shooting at my enemy at any time. 2 are set to weapons, 1 is set to propulsion. I want to say this decoy block has been doing something, but it really hasn't. They just shoot for the turrets, or me. So, this is the first transport I've seen that G-corp has sent out like this. It got smashed big time. It has 4 medium cargo containers full of ammo, and was powerful enough to jet directly over my blockade. So I've managed to upgrade these a fair bit. I have an additional battery that I've attached to this one. with another beacon ready to be merged on. Well, when the other one's replaced, or for charging. The main problem I'm having is these things line up along this wall, and then the next one that comes over can use the pile of them to ramp over my blockade. But I don't want to make the blockade higher because, well, blast door blocks are expensive. So that sums that up in a nutshell. It's been a very successful hunting trip. Whew. Once I find room for this ammo, I think I'll start working on my assault craft. Which I want it to be light, mobile, and long range. For small grid, there's only a few options for a long range, and that is railguns and assault cannons. You may note that my music doesn't seem to be working, and I'm not certain why that is. Ever since I messed with the settings for episode 40, I have not been able to get Space Engineers to behave. There's either some weird noise in the background, or the sounds of thrusters get stuck on. It's been a real problem lately with my videos. And it was especially a problem for this one. This wind sound of me flying my jetpack doesn't go away. It's constant. Anyways, for my vehicle, I don't really need storage space for ammo. I just need a connector, a pit, thrusters, and turrets, with 2 assault cannons up front. I'm hoping that the turrets will be able to deal with anything that might come my way. Do I have a design? No. I'm going to be making this up on the fly. Usually when I build a ship, I have a certain design I want to achieve. I'm just gonna wing it today and hope it goes well. That connector is not as straight as I would want it to be. Probably should have spun it before I welded it up. Yeah, it's not gonna move now. What else have to build this? I should probably move the assembler somewhere Though I don't have a spot for it yet, so it's a little difficult to find an opening for it to move to. Actually, I could... I was thinking maybe moving it off to the side by one of the hydrogen tanks and removing some solar panels. I would hope to have watermelon enclosed at some point, not just a open flatbed. Oh, please, not a storm.
Delivery X5398, ep43
I wanted to build because it was a nice, calm, bright day. And of course, a sandstorm happens. That's my life on Mars. So, to give you an idea of what I'm planning, I'm going to put some assault cannons on Sprout. Because if I did a ship on this would be about the center line. And it's really important to get assault cannons lined up correctly to the center line, since the recoil can really mess with the gyros. I'm not sure if it has anything to do with them being too far forward. So I'll find out how much of a kick these have once I get them on a ship. Let's see. I'm gonna build it elsewhere. We just can't really do it on the elevator because it's a well, it is a odd block setup, though there is a ramp on one side. And I apparently don't know how mag plates work, because that is upside down. So much for the sun. Might as well not even be out with this sandstorm. I don't think it arrived safely, because I'm pretty sure I shot oh wait. Unless it's coming from the other ground base, then it would be arriving safely, but...
Tower reports, convoy arrived.
Since I have set up my blockade, not a single convoy from this ground base has gotten away from me. I've stopped all of them. Putting me in a rather lucrative position to throw away some resources. If this fails, at least. I don't think I want to do a landing gear on a subgrid. And that did not land straight. I don't think I'll build up all of these, but since I'm potentially going to put a atmospheric thruster above it, I might want to put some more plate into it so I don't explode the armor. Now then. I'm also going to soften out this edge. It did not look right when I looked up above it. It's probably still too pointy. It's something I'm working on.
Energy low.
Yes, yes, Mabel, I know. Ugh, it might as well be nighttime right now. This is a uncut version of a 3-hour recording I did Wednesday. I usually don't clip things where I'm doing complex things. Now, if it's me driving through the desert, I'll clip that. But honestly, not this. Probably want the weight lower to balance with the assault cannons. Oh, that's something I didn't think of. Weight displacement. I'm not good at making a well-balanced vehicle. At all. I'm guilty with Endeavor, Watermelon, and Sprout. Catch-22 also had a weight issue. So, I'm thinking a small, versatile craft. Something capable of fighting long range, but able to hold its own short range. Mostly because I don't know what these bases are going to do once I start pummeling them from the air. So my thought process is start with the conveyor system and start adding from there. Don't mind that recording being closed. That was a previous attempt that didn't go well. I had insomnia for the last couple of days, so that recording was a little lackluster, and I fell asleep partway through it. Yeah, when you're tired, especially after insomnia. You don't know how tired you actually are. Alright. Instead of my original plan, like coming directly off of the connector with the pit, I'm going to offset it with these conveyor converters. That way the pit will be up front, and I'll rotate over another one opposite of this one to line up with the large port on this connector. This way I have 2 connection points through the connector in case something gets hit and I can't pull ammo in one direction. And that would be my roommates playing a very loud movie. me put some soundproofing up. Don't know if that will stop that. Anyways, where was I? Oh yeah. I'm adding wings to this. I want 2 downward facing Gatlings. I realize that a downward facing Gatling isn't always the most functional. They tend to not want to fire when they're upside down. I've seen that with Split Z, and I've experienced it myself when I've tried doing turrets upside down. They just don't like it. So, right now it kind of looks like the base of a Star Trek ship. Eh. Alright. I'm grabbing the truck cab since it has 2 small conveyor ports on the front of it. It's perfect for lining up 2 large guns. And I'm hoping I won't have an issue with these batteries in the back. I'm not worried about building fresh batteries since I have plenty of power cells. My primary concern is getting these large assault cannons as close to the center of mass as possible, and that looks pretty good to me. As with the rest of the conveyor connections, I will add a second conveyor line to pipe these up. So if I lose the connection point with these cannons, I will probably have lost my pit as well. So I would have no ability to control this ship, which I'm thinking of naming it Harpy. Just since it's going to be a flying nuisance to G-corp. Which means I probably don't want it in all green. That sounds weird for me to say, but there is such thing as too much green. It's just, it happens to be my favorite engineering color. What's that ticking sound? It happens when I weld. Wrong block. I want the small conveyor to go there. This way, if I choose to add some Gatling guns, I'll have a place for it. Well, manual direct fire Gatling guns instead of turrets. Manual control. There we go. Finally got it out of my mouth. Hopefully I won't need it. And hopefully I won't regret the fact that I didn't do that sooner.
Energy low.
Now then, the main issue is going to be finding places to stick thrusters. Since I'm going with a bit of a odd design choice. Normally I would add the thrusters first, and then the weapons. Whoa! Okay, that is not the music I want on there. That is that's a leftover from my Insomnia short. I want to actually play some. I'm actually going to use my jukebox. Yes, I'm playing some music for just some build music, since it's there is some background music, but it's far too quiet. It's normally louder than that.
Convoy dispatched. Delivery Z9273. ETA 37.
Okay. Let me select build music. I'll grab all 7 tracks. And hopefully, the jukebox will just loop those 7. Since I can't rely on space engineers to provide sound, if I do it this way, then you won't be able to hear sounds over the tools. Yeah, the bleeding background noise is somewhere in the sound bar. I just don't know how to get rid of it. Why are you like this, space engineers? Why are you like this? Turning those off doesn't seem to have made any difference. Well, I got some music playing, so there's at least that. Now, back to this build. It's a bit of a odd design. I probably should have gone another block out for the above turret position. Or measured out how big the turret box is on an assault cannon. Not an assault cannon, auto cannon. If anything, I think I'm just making the situation worse. Almost sounds like there's a thruster turned on. Turkeys are off, sprouts off. Nope, that didn't do anything. Hmm. Interesting. Oh, I finally put those batteries on the back of Endeavor. Funny thing is, Endeavor's 2 large batteries were on recharge. I was running off these small batteries. It's a miracle I didn't run out of power sooner. Endeavor has plenty of power. I just didn't realize I didn't have the 2 large grid batteries. It's turned to auto. Oops. Now it's back heavy for no apparent reason. Which I could have used those batteries. Or any of the other batteries from the wrecks I have out there. Probably not going to have time to build the whole thing in one go. With all the distractions I've been having, fighting with the soundbar and everything.
Tower reports convoy arrived.
That is turned the wrong way. This is pretty much so the base of the design. I do want to change its color though. That was the wrong key press. Let me go grab white from something else. Probably turkey. I wanted to change Harpy's color, not remove my white from my toolbar. Or color palette, I should say. Oh yeah, that looks much better in white. I'll probably do some green highlights. It just doesn't need to be all green. Also, there. Let's finish getting some of the... I'm gonna finish getting some of the armor on. Think that'll work. I don't want to just fly a box. Boxes are not fun. It's not fun to fly. Yeah, bricks are not fun. Functional, but not fun. I don't like building a brick. I don't know if I'm ever going to finish watermelon. I'll try. No. I need to protect that conveyor converter as much as possible. The space between the armor and underneath the assault cannon will be where I'll put the reverse thrusters. At least 2 of them. Possibly lifting thrusters on the sides of this armor bit. I'll put some flat blocks above for them to attach to. Probably not going to put any, well, actually, maybe I should put thrusters up top. No, I can't put thrusters up top, since that's going to be turrets. Why do I keep putting corners? Brain, function. Blast door blocks don't deform, but would it look weird? It would definitely counter out a little bit of the weight from the batteries. Though, once the pit's full of ammo, it will be pretty heavy for block itself. Oh, you know, no, this isn't going to work because I'm not going to be able to do anything with that corner. There's no such thing as a triangle corner bit for blast doors. I'll try welding it, see how that looks. This probably isn't gonna work.
Low.
Yeah, I don't like it. Yes, Mabel, I know my energy's low. I'll keep track of it. Maybe. I don't think I'm in any risk for this to get shot. Since I'm fairly close to the battlefield, but not on top of it. I'm happy with the wing.
Energy critical.
Yes, Mabel, I know. I'm pretty happy with the layout for the wing armor. That's gonna be about it for this episode. So I guess I'll see you next time, and bye!